So what will happen? Okay, we have this reaction. Okay. So we have H2S. Ano sa maning H2S?
Hydrogen sulfide.
Hydrogen sulfur. Oh, sorry. Right there.
Okay, so this one is your hydrogen sulfide. Okay. Now, what will happen to this one, H2S, if we add O2?
Makaproduce guro siya sulfur dioxide or
Okay,
water.
so this is already the equation. The product is this one, sulfur, and then we have our water. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, when I ask what will happen, so it is on particular to the equilibrium, to the direction, and to the to the concentration. Will it increase or will it decrease? Okay, so that is letter B. What will happen if H2S is, what will happen to H2S if O2 is added? Okay, now when we add more concentration of oxygen, what will happen to H2S?
Mo kuan ma'am, kanang mo shift to right ma'am. So mogamay
Okay,
ang H2S.
so alright, so mugamay ang imuhang H2S because why man mo gamay class? Because we have lots of concentration of oxygen. So there madaghan noon ang oxygen molecules, and then you have just enough amount of your H2S. So what will happen? Well, there will be many oxygen that can react to your H2S with your dihydrogen sulfide. Therefore, mas paspas imong reaction, no, mas mopaspas ang imong reaction, and then what will happen, mas dali makonsume imong H2S because daghan kayo ang imong oxygen to react with. Okay, so that's it. Mugamay ang imong H2S, and then the reaction will proceed forward or backward.
Forward.
Okay,
Forward.
the reaction will proceed forward because nagdaghan noon gali ang imong concentration sa O2, daghan na noon kay molecules of oxygen to react with your H2S. Daghan kaayo pud na siya. So tungod kay daghan na kaayo, mas mo forward yun imuhang reaction, mas mo forward, mo adto gid siya padulong didto. Mo favor forward because daghan imuhang O2. Now, what will happen to your H2S? Your H2S will consume madali siya ga-consume. So therefore, ma-decrease siya kung mudaghan imuhang O2 concentration. Okay. So, what will happen? Okay, if balihon na pud nako, what will happen to O2 if mudaghan imuhang H2S?
Same ra ma'am.
Same. Sa may same. Mo-decrease ang
Mo-decrease ang O2 ma'am.
Mo-decrease
O2,
ang
ma'am.
O2. Okay, decrease now. When we say decrease, ma-consume, di ba? Sa atong kinetics, decrease means consuming. Okay, na-consume noon siya. And then what will happen? There will be appearance. There will be appearance of your product. So, your equation will proceed forward. Kay mo appear man imuhang product because there are lots of concentration sa imuhang H2S. Okay. Now, all right. So, that's it na subtan class. Okay. So, na-relate lang na to siya sa kinetics, no? Okay. So, we have that one. Now, we have letter C. O2, what will happen to O2? What will happen to O2? If H2S is removed. Now, gikuha daw ni siya class ang imong H2S. Tang, cancel. X na ka. What will happen to O2?
Mo increase ma'am.
Okay. Now, class, it's like a family. If you are the breadwinner and then nawala ka, kay gikuha ka, then your katong next sa imuha, your katong kinamagluwangan will of course mo side hustling na no na siya, maningkamot na siya pang rocket, maningkamot siya increase grow sa iyang self in order to still provide the family, in order to still produce a product. So what will happen to O2? O2 will increase. O2 will increase. And then what will happen to the reaction? What will happen to the direction? What will happen to the system? It will
Shift to the left.
Example, this is your system. Class, the whole thing is your system. The whole thing is your system. Now, because H2S rather, sorry, H2S is removed. So the system, okay, murag sa ato pa siya, murag ang atong kuan, atong we have this our divine providence, okay, so it will mo provide siya sa imo, that's why it will help you, so it will the reaction, the system will move kung asa kung asa dapit ang tabanganan for it to restore the equation. So since the reactant needs help, that's why the system will proceed to the left. Okay, so we're inana relate lang ninyo class inana. So we have that one. Another also scientifically, because it needs to restore itself, and then we have the O2. O2 is nag-iisa na lang siya. So the system will will go to a direction na ma-restore ang imuhang equation. So it will go to the left. Okay. It will go to the left. Because again, so katong gibasa last time. Okay. When a chemical system at equilibrium is subjected to a stress, okay, if the concentration increases, the system reacts to consume it. Okay. Kung mudaghan siya, i-consume niya. So kung i-consume, there will be product. Now, if the concentration decreases, the system will react to produce some of it. Okay, since nawala imong H2S, so the system will produce some of it. So it will go to a direction kung asang imong H2S. So it will produce H2S. So here, so it will go to a direction to the left because ang H2S ang nawala. Okay, we have letter D. What will happen to H2S if sulfur is added? Okay.
Mo increase, ma'am. Mo increase, ma'am.
Okay, we have ano, hala, na-record na no. Dailin. What will happen to H2S?
Increase, ma'am.
Okay, H2S. All right, what will happen to
Mo increase, ma'am.
H2S if we add ay nara, sulfur. Okay, what will happen if to H2S if sulfur is added? So class, what will happen to H2S?
Dili siya ma-change?
Okay. Now, very good. So again, the solids, the liquids are, it's hard for them to undergo reversible reaction. So that's why we do not include solids and liquids in your katong Q. Equilibrium constant, and then sa katong quotient. So that's why when we add sulfur is solid. So the reaction will not change, class, because it is solid. And okay, as long as some sulfur is present, okay, the equation is unchanged or unaffected. So dili siya kung solid ang imong i-change, kung i-add nimo ang concentration sa solid or sa liquid, so the system will is undisturbed. Di siya ma-disturb. Okay. So if we add sulfur, H2S is unchanged. Okay. Unchanged, ha? Take note of that. Solids, and then we have the liquids. Only gas, and then we have aqueous solutions can undergo easily, can easily reverse reaction. So that's why we take note only of gases and aqueous solutions. Okay, ha? So that's why is it unchanged?
Kay
Kay solid ang
Kay solid
man
liquid.
siya.
Sul-
sulfur.
Solid si sulfur.
Okay, so all right, all right. Now, okay, what if we have okay, if we have ay, nalibog na ko. Daghan na kayong Google okay, so we have this one. Okay, we have 2BRO and O. Now it will decompose to 2NO plus gas ni siya class BR2. Mm. Now what will happen? What will happen if we remove BR and O? What will be the direction of the what will be the direction?
Left, ma'am.
Ang BRNO mamangitang tangon.
Yes.
Left,
Okay,
ma'am.
what will happen? Okay, we have Ungkol, Manaliza.
I think backward.
Backward.
Decrease ang concentration of the products. O decrease. Ay, ambot.
Okay, so it will go backward. Okay, so that's it. Now, what if we increase the concentration of your bromine? What will happen? What will happen to the direction?
Forward
Forward.
direction.
If you ano sa to? If you increase?
Yes, ma'am. The
If you
reactant.
if you increase, okay, if you increase BR2, it will, what will happen? Now it says katong gibasa, if the concentration decreases, the system reacts to produce some of it. If the concentration increases, the system reacts to consume some of it. So i-consume do niya. So what will happen to BR2? What will happen to the direction if we increase concentration of BR2? It will go?
Backward.
It will go backward. Okay, it will go backward. Now, so we have that one. Okay, so if mag-increase ka of concentration, kay opposite iyang direction. Okay, class, take note na lang ha, mnemonic rapod na ko ni. Basta, inaniw na ako ni, basta kung mag-increase ang imong concentration, now, the shift, kung asa ang imong gi-increase, it will go opposite direction. It will go opposite direction. If this one, we increase this one, since it's on the left, it will go, add to siya sa pikas direction. Now, if we increase in O, it will go, since na siya sa right, it will go backward. So, ina na siya. Now, what if we decrease? If we decrease, okay, if we decrease in O, okay, so katong ako ang mnemonic, it's still at it holds true because of katong statement that if the concentration increases, the system will react to consume of it. So, iyan na siyang horizontal, so that's why it will move opposite direction. Now, if we decrease also, kung mo decrease ta, mag-mnemonic po ko, if we decrease, now, it will go, the system will always favor tong nahurutan. So the system will produce some of it. So that's why kung mo decrease ka, dito ra pod siya depita mo ato na direction. If we decrease BR in O, so since it's on the left, so the direction will be on the left, to the left. Now if we decrease in O, since it's on the right, now the system will go to the right. Okay, basta increase kay opposite, basta decrease kay the same kung asa siya nga direction. Now it holds true because of the statement that when we decrease concentration, the system will react to produce padaghano niya. So that's why kung mapingkaw ang isa, padaghano niya imuhang mga kuan rocket. Okay, if unsa. Okay, so that's it. Now let's go to our question class.
Nan, ma'am.
Okay, so if we have this one, the effect of our pressure and volume on a system at equilibrium. Okay, we have this formula. PV equals nRT. So what is the relationship of your P and V? Is it directly proportional or inversely proportional? Is it dependent or independent? Okay, is it PV equals nRT? Now, class, if you have these mga these questions, kini, what is the relationship? What is the relationship? Is it directly inana? Daghan kaya siya manggawa sa imong physics, your chemistry inana. Physics and chemistry. Now, but okay, the equation inani jud na siya sa math, di ba? Daghan po ni siya sa math. Now, when we have that equation, if we have PV equals nRT, now, your relationship kung magtapad sila is inversely proportional, independent, inversely proportional. Now, if ang imong gi-compare is P, and then gi-compare nimo sa T, what is the relationship between P and T? Wala sila gatapad class, nas layo.
Direct proportional?
Directly proportional.
Okay, directly proportional. Now, what is the relationship of V and P?
Inverse.
Indirect.
Okay, what is the relationship of N and T?
Direct. Direct. Inverse.
Gatapat sila class.
Inversely proportional.
Okay, inversely proportional. Okay, that's it. Now, when we increase P, so what will happen to T?
It will increase also, ma'am.
Okay, what will happen to V if we increase P?
It will maglow ang
Decrease.
lower
Mo
o decrease.
Okay, yes, that's it. So, okay, class, just take note of that one. Kung magtapad, mawala kung may mga nagtapad sila, din kung nasa pikas. Okay. So, what about if, ano siya? This one. Over V. Kung naa siya, fraction siya class, then naadira. Ano sa man siya? What is the relationship of P and V? Kabalo na ta siya inversely proportional, no? But say for example, if you have this equation, okay, na wala na ko makuha na equation palain. Okay, kanina lang. If we have this equation, what is the relationship of P and V?
Directly proportional.
Inverse gihapon. Class inverse kay when we take that one because it's a fraction, ang denominator can always inigbalik nimo na siya if you want to make it not a fraction, mubalik gihapon na siya tapad sa imong P, sa imong left side. So that's it. It's inverse. So inverse kung inana then direct pag ana. Okay? All right. So that's it. Kay inigbalik ni mo ani niyad mo dito class ana man dito balik ra man na siya. So just ano ra man class inyo ra na yung tuyok-tuyokon ra ni ng formula. Then you will get if you have this one lang gyud kanira nga formula nga if you have tapad inana ra imong kuan then inig tuyok-tuyok nang nimo sa formula then ikaw na ko ana na kaya mo yan. Okay, so they are inversely proportional. Okay, so what's another? All right, so we have that one inversely proportional. Okay, so it says that if we increase the pressure, if we increase the pressure of your, when we increase the pressure, what will happen to our, what will happen to equilibrium? Will it shift forward or backward?
Forward.
Backward. Forward.
Charot.
Okay, now, di ko na ni. All right. Now we have this one. This container here in container 1, 2, 3. Okay. What, look at it, class. Does it have higher pressure or lower pressure?
Higher,
Lower.
ma'am.
Higher
Higher.
pressure.
Okay, higher pressure. Does it has a higher volume or lower volume?
Lower.
Lower.
Low.
Lower
Gamay
volume.
ang volume o nara diri taman. So gamay ang volume. Now, by
Lower
that,
volume.
just looking at this one, it ma-check nato that our relationship with P and V is inversely proportional because we have in higher pressure than lower volume. Nasa ko yung accept. Okay. Now, also class, the best thing of magkunhaw na mo pressure when it talks about pressure, hunahunahon ninyo is, di ba pressure is force over area? Okay, force over area. Maura jud na. Okay, now, when you are in a room, okay, in naay gamay nga room, class, naay gamay nga room, and then daghan, kay mo magsulod dito, 50 ka buk isulod, gamay kay ang room, what will happen to the pressure?
Will increase.
Dako imuhang pressure. Take note of that. Take yourself sa katong naa dito sa room nga you are molecules. So, kung mo daghan kayo mo dito, of course there will be kaning taas imong collision, taas kay imong collision. Then so that one muinit kaayo siya, no? Muinit kaayo. Kung taas imong pressure, muinit kaayo mo kay igang na kay daghan kay mo. That's why directly proportional sila. Dayon also, ang volume is gamay. So that's when you take, basta gali pressure, ay ikuan ninyo nga, more, naapod gihapon siya sa collision. Okay. So ang force ninyo class, daghan kayo mo, kusog kayo niyang force, kay maglihok-lihok mo ayo. Maglihok-lihok mo ayo, then gamay kayo imuhang, gamay kayo ang area. So that will, so dako ang imuhang pressure. Okay, and then the volume also, the volume is gamay pud siya. Okay, so we have this one. So kay kani class o tan-awa gigamay kaayo niya ang iyang volume. So of course, kani mo mga molecules mas kusog ni sila maglihok-lihok. Daghan ang force ani. So that's why kustog yung pressure. Now what will happen to that class if we increase the pressure, the equilibrium will proceed to fewer moles of gases. So, moadto daw siya sa gamay nga moles of gases. Okay. Now, if we have lower pressure, this one, lower iyang pressure, no? Kay dako kayo iyahang volume. Higher volume, dako kayo po iyahang, ay lower po iyang pressure. Kay, di kay sila mag-move. Dako ang area. Okay, constant ilang force, and then we have the area nga dako. So, that's why we have higher. We have higher volume and then lower P. Okay, so if we have that one, if we have lower pressure, the equilibrium will move to the direction wherein there are daghan ang moles of gases. Okay, if we have this one, if we have example letter A, how would you change the volume of the following reactions to increase the yield of the product? Okay. Now, we have this one. Again, how many moles present in CO2? How many moles?
2, ma'am.
CO2 class.
1, ma'am.
Moles, when we say moles class, mo na imuhang coefficient. moles. How many moles of CO2?
1, ma'am.
Ay,
1.
man.
One. One ra ang coefficient ani. How many moles of calcium oxide?
2.
1.
Class moles, when we say moles, ano siya? Kanina siya sa coefficient.
1 ra, ma'am.
1, ma'am. 1.
Okay. How many moles of kaning CaCO3? Calcium carbonate.
1.
1.
Still 1, ma'am.
Still one. Okay. Now it says, how would you change the volume of each of the following reactions to increase the yield of the product? Okay, so padakuon daw nimo imong CO2. Padakuon daw nimo imong product. Now, the only gas here is only your CO2. So, X na ni imong calcium carbonate and calcium oxide. Now, unsaon man nimo siya pagpadako ang moles sa imuhang CO2. Iki dapat imong equilibrium mo favor sa imuhang more moles of CO2. In order
I-increase
to
ang
do that,
volume.
yes. So let's go back here. Now, it says here that higher V will yield more moles of gases. Higher V, it yields more moles of gases. So, in order for us to have more moles of gases, we will increase the volume. And what will we do with the pressure?
Decrease.
Lower
We
pressure.
will increase the
Lower.
Decrease.
pressure.
Lower, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Ro. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with our SF6 para mo dako daw ang moles of SF6?
I-decrease ang volume.
Anong i-decrease man?
Para mo increase ang pressure, then makashift siya into equilibrium to the right.
To the right.
All right. Now, class, you take note before you treat this problem. When you treat this problem, you take how many moles of gases present in your reactant. Letter B, how many gases? How many moles? How many moles of fluorine?
3.
3.
3.
We have 3 moles. Then we have your product. How many moles? 1.
1.
1.
Okay. Now, ganahan nato nga padaghanon daw nato ang mole sa atong product. Padaghanon daw nato ni. So what will happen? Unsaon nato? Let's go back here. Now, if higher ang V, what will
Lower ang-
happen if ipadako nato ang atong volume class, asa man mo proceed ang reaction? To the left or the right?
Right.
Kung higher ang V, hagoy.
To the left.
Higher
To the
ang
left,
V.
ma'am. To the left.
Okay, moadto
To
siya
the
sa
left.
daghan og moles, moadto siya sa 3
left.
to the left. Okay, moadto siya dadto. Now, unsa tong desire? The desire is to increase. Dapat moadto ang imong anak. Dapat mo shift to the right imong equilibrium. How are we going to do that? We will
Decrease the
I-lower
volume.
ang
lower the
Volume.
volume. Yes, we will lower the volume and then we will increase the pressure in order for
Pressure.
us,
So,
okay, in order for us na to favor the formation of the products. Okay, so that's it, class. In order for you to answer this problem, when we ask of pressure and volume, you magbuhat mo ani the number of gases. Example, okay, letter C. How many moles of gases present in letter C?
1.
1
1.
plus 1. 1 plus 1.
2 tanan, ma'am.
2, ma'am. 2.
Okay, 2. How many moles of product?
2.
2.
Oh, same day sila. Class, magkuha sa ko charger. Uy, what?
Nganong tuman?
What? Why corn?
Sa kwan, Jumel. Coefficient, Jumel.
Ana.
1
Kanang
plus
CO.
asa? Kanang
Sa
siwa kanang
C11. Kanang chlorine. Tapos naman na siya coefficient na 1.
Kanang to.
Nawala.
Box nga 1.
Oh, dito po isa 1 mo to. Gi-plus na yung 2. Tapos ang product kaya na may coefficient ka to.
2.
Basta walay kuan ani coefficient automatically 1 naman ata na.
Oo.
Oo.
Yes. Wala gyapon ko
Sabi
kasabi.
na, uglayahe ang kuhan.
Tulog siya ta guys. Katulugon kay ko.
Tulog na diha.
Tulog pa day.
Nagahilom ra jud ko ay pressure.
Natulog ba di ay?
Gahilom ra jud pressure volume kay wala ko kasabot sa aha ang mouse. Ha?
Gago. Ang gutom do sila.
Ay mo ba na kay natulog ko.
Sorry,
No.
Sorry.
Tulog din.
Lidak ko na to na yung manok le. Gutom kayo oy.
May pa to tinabuk na le.
Malaming left si ma'am.
Ikaw ang ihawon ilmi.
Murag
Maluwas
lo-
na lito.
Murag lobat si ma'am nangitag charger din murag brand out tay
Tamo
lahat.
Ay.
Murag brown out
Sana,
na.
sana all liblib.
Pwede ko mangutan na.
Go ahead.
Guys,
Awal.
Tanang
pwede oy.
Kuan
Pero
ba?
dili ka, pwede ka mangutan na pero dili ka
Hello?
mag-expect na matubag na. Joke.
Oh,
Joke.
Recorded man din no?
Joke,
Guys,
joke,
recorded
joke,
man din itong klase no?
wala
Loy.
patay ko daron.
Sige na, Jumel.
Kuan na kanang di ba kanang pag gamay ang pressure, dako ang volume. Ka bugat. Nya
Oh.
to
Balik na daw si ma'am.
kuan ba? Ang libugan mo kun ako kato bitong mga to nganong ato gikuha nyong to katong 1. Agikan ba?
Coefficient.
Coefficient to, sa coefficient.
Magtan-aw ka sa kuan Jumel kanang sa coefficients. Ang number of moles niya is equal to the number of coefficients niya.
Naman po dito
Wala mo
mo
kailangan.
gingon ni Christian.
Grabe.
Laban lang jud ta, guys.
Ano sa ganun mag-exam si ma'am guys?
Bernice manata.
Friday, oh, Friday.
Friday daw.
Ano na itong sa unang kwan?
Labi na kung mag-lab taron.
Dagi no? Napara ba tayo lab
O
2?
ma'am, ang
Wala
direct
ba naman sa lecture good?
Tulog-tulog.
Feel
Jumel,
ako
tulog.
ma'am, kaning
Experiment
direct
ko kay murag katong first experiment si Ma'am Ray, murag kita ray ni Ma'am mag-experiment man ato.
So after ani ni guman or dili na.
I don't know, siya na bahala.
Nag-cancel na mo tong lab wala pa.
Wala.
Wala. Murag
Wala
kita
pa
ra
man
man
to
nila,
that
Ma'am.
one.
Lagi.
Si Ma'am Ray
Dungan naman siguro.
experiment ako.
Oh, kita ra man. Igura ta mo lang to ni Ma'am din.
Nana si ma'am.
Hello.
Nawala si ma'am.
Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so that's it. So 2E2. Okay. Okay, since this one, what will happen to letter C? How are we going to increase the yield of the product? Equal man ang number of moles of gases. So what are we going to do?
Wala effect.
Okay,
No effect.
so the volume will have no effect. Okay, increasing the volume or the pressure will have no effect. Okay, so your answer here will be no effect. Okay, equal naman sila. Okay. So letter A is that is 0 is, diba 0 is the 1, correct? Because we are just counting only the most of our gases, not our solids or liquids. Okay, 0 is the 1. Okay, so, okay, nadira class, no question with that?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
What if mag-add og catalyst, ma'am?
Okay, what if we will add our catalyst? Okay, so if we have the catalyst, it will increase the reaction. Okay, wala man siya gikuan diri Kyle. We don't ano man ang atong factors for catalyst will only increase the reaction rate. It will only increase the reaction rate, but so wala siya gital there na in what direction will it help kung ibutang nato siya sa equilibrium.
Uh, murag mo increase man guro ang forward og ano no, murag reactant pod ay sa reverse og sa forward.
Like,
Increase.
so if we add catalyst, so maybe because it will increase the reaction man, so it will forward, okay? It will move forward or it will so mo increase noon siya. Okay, so let's look on that. Okay, ha? Let's look, wait. If we add catalyst, how does catalyst? Okay, Kyle, here. Equilibrium constants are not changed if you add or change a catalyst. Oh, okay. That one. If you add or change a catalyst, the only thing that changes an equilibrium constant is a change in temperature. So the position of equilibrium is not changed if you add or change a catalyst. A catalyst only speeds up both the forward and the back reactions by exactly the same amount. Okay, so that's it. It has no effect if we add a catalyst.
Okay, parehas ra ang forward og kuan ma'am.
Yeah,
Reverse. Wait,
it will
pas
only
lang.
speed. So it's all catalyst, okay, by its definition, ano siya, catalyst speeds up reaction without consuming itself in ano siya. So it's ano na siya, it's on the reaction rate, catalyst. Okay, so here, in the presence of catalyst, both the forward and the reverse reaction rates will speed up equally. Okay, so they are unequal. So, okay, that's it, Kyle. So the catalyst is more on the kinetics only. It's more on the rate. Thereby, the system of each equilibrium faster. So, iharang papaspas imong reaction to reach equilibrium, but we can tell na with this catalyst you cannot dili na siya ma-change, so unchanged because they are equal man pud imong iyang forward and then you the reverse. All right, so good question. Okay, so that's it. Kabalo na ta class na dili wala di effect ang catalyst. Okay. Muta na to na sa exam. Okay. We have that one. Okay. Now let's go. We have the effect of change in temperature of an equilibrium. Only temperature changes can alter K. Okay, so remember that when we have your K, di ba, K is constant na to siya class, ihatag na niya dito. Okay, that when K is constant, that is also at constant temperature. that is at constant temperature. Now, if dili constant imong temperature, then okay, so the reaction can be altered. So dili na pod lahi na pod imong K. Only temperature changes can alter K. So if there's an alteration with temperature, then there will be a change in constant, in K constant. So we have this. Consider heat as a product or a reactant. Okay, so that's it. If we can use our heat, so the temperature, as product or reactant. Okay. In an exothermic reaction, heat is produced. Okay, so we have an exothermic. Okay, when we have an exothermic example, if we have A plus B, then that will yield reversible. Okay. AB. Now, if exothermic, heat is released, so plus heat. Okay, so plus heat, H. All right, that's it. Or, ang uban, when we have this one, okay, when you see a triangle that represents heat, okay, so that's it. If this is an exothermic reaction, and if we have A plus B, then we have a heat plus, okay, H, then that will be AB. So this is an endothermic. So heat is used in order to proceed a reaction. So a temperature rise, okay, we have this. A temperature rise will increase K for a system with positive enthalpy. Okay, this one is enthalpy. A temperature rise will decrease K for a system with negative. Okay, what will decrease in temperature due to K? Okay, we have this one. Okay, let's consider an example. How does an increase in temperature affects the concentration of the underlying substances and K for the following reactions? Okay, so this one. Okay, when we have this one, enthalpy is negative. When enthalpy is negative, it means,
Mo decrease ang temperature.
is it endothermic or exothermic reaction?
Endothermic.
Endo.
Why? What is enthalpy, gali class? Katong nasa atong kinetics. It is
Kuan.
in the product minus, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if we have negative, so it means that your heat in the reactant is greater. So we have that one. So ang imuhang heat is gamit siya as reactant. You put there, so naani siya, this one. So this is endothermic or exothermic?
Endo.
Exothermic.
Endom.
Exo.
Endothermic. Okay. Now let's take a look, class. Clarify na to, wait sa class ha. Endothermic. Okay.
Do negative kung Indo positive.
Oo.
Okay, so who can ano man ana? When we have positive, is it endothermic or exothermic?
Endothermic, ma'am. Ang
Endothermic.
positive. Negative is
Ang
positive.
Positive.
Endothermic.
Ang exo, negative.
exo
Ang
ang
exo ang
positive. Ay, exo ang negative.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Exo
Ma'am,
ang
unsa jud?
negative.
Exothermic.
Ay, X man siya sa paggawa siya.
Positive.
Sumong negative.
Wait sa class, ato sa na i-clarify, libog ko.
Unsa jud ma'am ang kanang main basis nga makaingon ta nga endothermic or exothermic siya?
Okay, when heat is used as reactant or a product versus exothermic. Okay. Kalimot ko.
Dako ang activation energy sa kuan reactant kung endo.
Kung endowit sa class. Nalimot ko. Enthalpy. Wait sa. Enthalpy. Okay, we have an enthalpy. Okay, so endothermic is positive. Here it is. Endothermic, when we have a positive and then we have exothermic is negative. Okay. Therefore, endothermic, when we have an enthalpy, HUPV. Okay, class. All right. So endo, positive, exo, negative, exit. Okay. Okay, lagi. Okay, so let's go back. All right. Napil. Okay, so we have this one. This one, the heat here is we have it's negative, therefore it is
Exothermic.
exothermic.
Exo.
So when it is exothermic, heat is used as product or reactant.
Product.
Okay, so heat is product. All right, so that's why here. Naman diri. Okay, we have this one. That's why it is used as product. Okay, we have this one. Letter B, class. Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Endo or exo?
Positive.
Positive.
Endothermic.
Endo.
Endo.
Endothermic.
In
In endothermic, the heat is used in our
Reactant.
Reactants.
okay, it is used
product.
as reactant.
Reactant.
Reactant. Okay, reactant. Exo. Exo gives out. So that's why mo release siya. Okay. So that's it, class. Ito na siyang timanan. Okay, then we have this one. It's positive also here. So heat is used as reactant. Okay. Now that one. So an increase in temperature will shift the reaction to the left because okay. So how does an increase in temperature affect the concentration of the underlying substance? Okay. So how does when we increase the temperature, okay, how will it affect our calcium oxide, hydroxide? Okay, we have calcium hydroxide. What will happen to calcium
Shift
hydroxide
to the
when
left.
okay, when we increase, okay, when we have an exothermic reaction?
Mo increase ma'am.
Okay,
Increase
so
temperature.
okay, so it will decrease calcium hydroxide, and then the temperature will shift to the left. Okay, so what if we will have okay, what if we have letter B? If we use heat as our reactant, what will happen to to carbon dioxide? It will shift to the right. Okay?
Mo
Shift to
decrease
the
ma'am.
right.
To the
It will
right.
increase. It will increase and then shift to the right. Okay, it will increase and then
Towards
to the right. So it's opposite. Okay, now what about we have letter C? What will happen to SO2 if we add heat as our reactant?
Mo decrease.
Three.
Ma'am.
Then mo
Decrease, yeah.
decrease.
Okay, so it will decrease because it will be consumed kay kung taas imong heat mas dali. Okay, example, if magluto ka, then paspas imong heat, daghanon imong heat, then of course paspas imong reaction, and then the reactant, the katong mga bugas nimo will consume forming into a product. Therefore, SO2 will decrease and then the equilibrium will shift to the right. Okay,
Right.
so that's it. So it will shift to the right. Okay, so that's it. The effect of temperature. So a temperature rise will decrease K for a system with negative. Okay, then it
Like,
will increase
tubuan daw. Tubig.
for with a positive. Okay. All right. So we have this one, the Van Hoff equation, the effect of temperature on K. Now, but let's not, ano na,
Gases yan, wala.
tinatamuan hata. Okay. No more. Okay. Okay, let's answer this one. Okay, we have for the reaction XY, then XY, X plus Y, then XY plus Y, then enthalpy is greater than 0, so it's positive. Okay, so the following molecular scenes depict the different reaction mixtures. Now, if K is equal to 2 at the temperature of the reaction, which scene will represent the mixture at equilibrium? Okay, so we have letter. When K is equal to 2, K is equal to 2. Dapat K is equal to 2. And then, okay, let's answer number 1 sa picture 1. What is QC here? Picture 1, QC is XY. How many XY? When we say XY, gatapad X and Y, the X represents the
Isa.
purple. And then we have the green one. So this one is XY. What about this one? Did any XY?
4,
Upat.
5, 5.
Five,
Yeah,
ma'am.
5.
Five
Five,
po.
ma'am.
Oh,
5
okay.
XY.
4, 5. Okay, 5. So we have 5. Okay, 5 times. What about the Y? The Y is purple. 1, 2,
Three.
Three, ma'am.
3.
Three.
What about over X times Y? X. What is X? Green.
One.
1.
2.
1. 1.
Only
Sarap.
one.
2.
2.
One.
Ay, 1.
Balik na.
1.
Ay, one day, ma'am.
1. What about Y? Purple.
2,
One.
3,
Wala.
Three.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Ay,
3.
Ang white?
Y ra class. Y ra. Y2. Sorry.
Sorry.
Y2.
White
Y2.
two. One lang.
Y2.
One,
One.
ma'am.
Y2.
One,
Only
ma'am.
one.
One.
2. When we say
Ma'am.
Y2, two atoms
Duha
of Y.
Nice.
Okay. 2
Nagdap-
atoms of Y.
One,
So,
ma'am.
tapad sila. 1.
Only one.
Oh, 1. Okay, 1. All right. 1. So, what is QC here?
15.
Calcu. 15 divided by 1. 15.
Ma'am.
So, QC is
15.
15. Okay, compare KC and QC.
Case.
Okay, that one, no? Okay, KC is less than to QC. Now what will happen to the equilibrium? It will move.
Ay,
Now
less than, ma'am. Less than siya.
Backward. Ay, less than man.
KC is
Left,
equal
ma'am.
to 1. Now we have here
One
QC,
backward.
and then we have QC here. Now it's kuan man daw greater. Okay. QC, so it will move backward. All right. What about number 2? What is
Backward.
QC? What is QC in number 2? Yes, it will move backward. Number 2. Number 2.
Ay, X kay
Ang X kay
XY din. XY.
XY.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ang
Four.
XY.
4,
4XY. Green and purple. 1,
2, 3,
2,
4.
3, 4. 4 times Y. Y.
Y.
Duha.
Y is
Two.
purple.
Duha.
Duha.
Duha na.
Duha, ma'am.
Then we have X
2.
X green. 1.
Two.
1.
1, 2, ma'am.
2.
2, ma'am.
2. 2. Then we have Y2.
2.
2, ma'am.
Okay, so what about this one? 2 times 2, 4. So QC is
2.
2.
2.
Okay, so what about here? QC is equal to KC is equal to QC, right? In lesson
Yes,
number
ma'am.
2. So
Yes, ma'am.
what will happen to the equilibrium? Forward, backward?
Equilibrium
Wala
naman.
Okay, at
Equilibrium.
equilibrium. All right. Now what about letter C? Number 3 then, number 3. Sorry, number 3.
Ang XY kay tulo ka buok.
3. O sige, di
3,
na mo
ma'am.
tanaw. Then Y.
Ang Y kay isa.
Ang Y
Ma'am, 1.
kay
1.
Only 1.
X. What about
X kay
X?
3.
3, ma'am.
Three.
Kaya,
Then Y2.
3
duha.
1.
3 po
3.
tulo, ma'am. Tulo.
Tulo.
Okay,
Okay, what about this one?
3
Pila man
times
eh? QC is
3.
1, ma'am.
3
1.
divided
1 half, ma'am.
0.33.
3 times
1
3,
half,
1,
ma'am.
9.
1/3. Ay,
Ay, 1 third.
1/3. Cancel. Okay, 1/3. 1/3. Now, if we have 1/3, that is less than 2 KC, no? Here. Okay. I didn't know man. Okay. So, what will happen to the equilibrium? Forward, backward?
Forward, ma'am.
Or
Okay, it will
forward.
go forward.
Towards the
All
product.
right. Okay, it will move forward. Okay. So, question B. Okay, if letter A, if K is equal to 2 at temperature of the reaction, which scene represents the mixture at equilibrium? Number 1, what is the answer to letter A?
second. Number 2, ma'am. Number 2 nga
Picture
mixture.
Okay, it's picture
Number 2.
2 pics. Okay. What about letter B? Will the reaction mixtures in the other two scenes proceed toward reactant or toward product to reach equilibrium? Okay. So one will move. Picture 1 will move
Toward reactants.
backward. Okay, backwards so toward reactants. Okay. Towards reactant. This is for number 1. Now, what about we have number 3? Picture 3. What will happen to picture 3?
Towards.
Forward.
Forward for ma product.
Okay, towards the product. Okay. Now, what about letter C? For the mixture at equilibrium, how will rise in temperature affect Y2? Okay, we have Y2. Now, in Y2, so this is endothermic, no? Endothermic reaction. Okay. So endothermic. So a rise in temperature will favor products and okay, so it will favor products because it's endothermic. And then Y2 will, what will happen to Y2 if it favors product? It will be consumed.
Decrease.
Okay, it will be consumed, it will be decrease. Okay. So question. So that's it. Okay, then we have okay. So sa biochem na ni class. No, liquid ammonia used as fertilizer. Okay. All right, so that ends here. But for our ice table, okay. So that's all for Le Chateliers. Least okay. So what are the stresses that can disturb our equilibrium?
Temperature,
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 catalyst,
Actually,
Volume,
catalyst,
Mass.
Concentration.
volume,
volume,
concentration,
pressure,
concentration,
concentration.
catalyst. Unsang catalyst?
no
Wala.
effect, ma'am.
No
Wala
effect.
man sa ma'am.
Catalyst, no effect. Okay, what about the concentration of solids and liquids?
No effect, ma'am.
No effect. Okay. So those are the stresses that can disturb our equilibrium. Okay, now go to your experiment 2.
Hindi mo.
Okay, test for function.
Magbulat pa.
No. Okay, let's move on to
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Tulag na ako.
Ay, ma'am, di na ka itong mag-ice tables, ma'am.
Mag-ice tables ta. Mag-ice table ta ha. Wait sa buhaton sila to experiment. Okay, ang ice table ako ra ning ikuan.
Gabas ito.
Ay, what if class, if we do ice table and then you do the laboratory by yourself? Okay. So, naabay laptop kada grupo isa?
Wala yung net up man.
Wala, ma'am.
wala, ma'am.
Wala. No, okay.
Wala, ma'am.
Wala po no. Okay. So, okay ra, maulahin na po datong laboratory. Mag-exam ta. Friday ato exam class. Kung saan yung piliwan
na exam, ma'am? Midterm yan.
equilibrium. Oops, nalimot mo. Okay, in every chapter, we will have our long exam. So that's it. So kada mahumentag chapter, we will end it with an exam. Then dito na ako na siya ibutang sa inyong exam.
Mag-review
Oo
pa daan, ma'am.
So if we will cater 5 chapters, so it means we will have 5 exams. Long exams. Okay, long exams. Okay, unsa tayo mag-iingon?
Mag-review po ta daan, ma'am.
Mag-review tadaan.
Sige naman, please.
Pareha tong may agi pa.
So Monday na ta ka-exam. Pwede ra pod. Okay. All right. Sige, Monday exam. And then Friday, review. And then laboratory. Sakto ra. Okay, Deon.
Equilibrium ra man atong topic ma'am now sa exam ron.
Oh, equilibrium ra. Okay. So, let's go. Patanong mo sa equilibrium class. Let's go to ice tables. Your favorite, your problem solving. Yes, di gini mawala class kung mag-chem mo. Daghan jud kinig math, sobra pa, nabaw pa. Okay. Now we have this one. Okay. Kita ni siya. So ang atong laboratory, next na pod. I see. Unsa na next? 25, 26. Okay. All right. So let's go here. Okay, class, nakasabot mo ka mo ato itong mga when K is less than, KC is less than or greater than QC, that one, direction, the Le Chateliers. Pero masayon ni siya nga exam kaysa atong last. Okay. Masayon na tong topic karon no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay ra siya.
Okay ra.
Madala ra.
Madala ra. Alright.
Carry ra ma'am.
Carrier. Lagi laban ra jud ta ani no. Lisod
Laban.
pod. Lisod pod class, dili jud ta mamahayan jud ni class nga ano. Mao jud di siya kuan sa chat sa MO. Kibali ang kanang chat mo ay maghatag sa inyo kung sa topic ihatag ninyo sa pitan inorganic sa organic chem kung unsa ang ipang discuss nga mga topics, and then Chad was gives us this one chapter kinetics, equilibrium, acid base. So dira na tang so good. So di na ni kamahayan. Padayon na ta. Okay, we have this one. Okay, ramang pod manageable ra pod ba, di ba? Makasabot raman sad ta.
Ma'am, ngano wala na may division karon sa science, ma'am?
Unsa division?
Like dati, ma'am, ba nga na ay mga major ang science, halimbawa
Majoring.
katong sa major o kuan
Okay,
gini
abot
say.
inigabot man ninyo sa DepEd class spiral man kung unsa imong may petan. So ilar pud na siyang gi-tailor class kay nagabot sa kuan inigabot nimo sa DepEd kay imuhang kuan dito is science jud tanang science imuhang tuduan because of the spiral progression from K to 12. Okay, so that one because of K to 12 dili na siya pareha sa una sa ato sa amo sa una class. First year is Gen Sci, second year biology, third year chemistry, fourth year physics. Inana. But today because of K to 12, first year can tackle general science, earth science, biology, chemistry, and then physics. Second year can tackle kana gihapon science kay earth
Physical
science,
science.
bio, chemistry, and physics. That is what we call spiral progression, spiral. So what's happening there is that magkataas ang imuhang grade year level, magkataas pod ang iyang difficulty sa imuhang subject. Now, if you tackle earth science in first grading sa imuhang first year, you will still tackle earth science in second year. However, the difficulty increases. Okay. So, inana siya. Kung chemistry nimo sa first year, magkataas, hantod mag-grade 10 ka. So, mo na, nawala na siya ang mga, nawala ang kaning majoring. However, there are still schools nga nag-offer gihapon sila majoring. Majoring. So, that's it. Maura to class. Mao na siya, nawala.
Nindot magado sa una, ma'am.
Ano man?
Kay kuan, ma'am, gi-divide na mi dati, gipapili mi sa mong major kung PSci ba mi o biosci.
Unsa e-side? Unsa na?
Di ma'am, din sa major mi, ma'am, then pag abot na mo sa kuan, ma'am, gipapili mi og biosci o PSci major.
Ay, physics. Unsa na? Physics. Physical
Yes, ma'am.
science, I see.
Yes,
Physical
ma'am.
science composed of chemistry, general earth science, and then you have your physics.
Physics.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Then unsa to isa? Life
Biosci, ma'am.
Bioscience is ano siya? Biology. No?
More on kuan, study of
Biology.
life.
Study of life.
Physical science kanang chemistry, physics o kuan. Kaning earth science. Now, inigadto ninyo sa let, ning mag-take mo let, inyong ikuan class is physical science inyong major. Physical science, meaning you will answer chemistry problems, you will answer physics problems, and you will answer earth science problems. No biology.
Patay.
Okay ra class, manageable ra. Kaya nyo yan. Laban lang.
Wala
Hindi
di
na may
biology,
mag-bio.
ma'am.
Hindi na may mag-bioscience, ma'am?
Oh, walay biology questions sa sa inyong major. Pero japoy manggawa sa uban nga biology ni general questions, class general questions. General questions composed of math, napoy biology dira, chemistry, physics, pwede na mamalik, English, Filipino, Aralpan, inana.
Sa Gen Ed na, ma'am.
O sa Gen Ed, mo na siya Gen Ed. Pero sa major, inyong major gyud kaning physics, chem o kuan, earth science. Mo na iniglet ninyo class ay mo kabalaka kay magasa dito kay mga physics, chem daghan inana ra. Then gamay pud sa kuan, earth science.
Impas
Equal
na.
na percentage na, no? Ang Gen
Equal.
Ed o ang kwan, ma'am, major nimo. So, ang salat na.
O unsay pasabot equal?
Ay,
Ano,
equal ang
nahi siya.
percentage ba?
Wait,
Mas lako ang major, ma'am.
dako ang major, dako ang major. Dako ang major,
Okay.
it's the same with kaning education man mo no, kaning the
Prof.
same
Ed.
with professional education. Nga na kaning mga questions ninyo sa mga child, kan adolescents, mana dira. Same sila og weight, same sila og weight. Then ang imong gen ed mo ay gamay.
Patay.
Taas ang Prof. Ed, ma'am.
Ha?
Mas dako ang Prof. Ed.
Di same sila sa major Jerome.
Okay, ma'am.
Pero kaya ra jud ninyo class magampo ra jud mo then magtuon pud mo. Di lang mo mamayabas inig kuan review.
Madala pa prayer, ma'am.
Ha?
Madala pa prayer.
Ay, oo, tanan man. Okay. Alright, we have this one. Okay. Dahil nice man pud class, inani na mo ganahan pud ko sa gihatag sa chat. Kay ngano, ining magtudlo mo college class, di kabalo mo ay ni kay sa atong magkuan pa mo chapter 1 pa ta sa chem kay kuan pa. Murag ka ng pang high school pa pud mo. Inani kay pwede mo makasulod og mga kuan, mga university. Okay. So mo na laban lang jud tanong kung sa gihatag sa ato. Okay, we have this one. Kinsa ganahan mag-teach diri university? College.
Ako, ma'am.
Ako,
Si
ma'am.
Kyle. O ikaw, Jerome. Okay, so this will help you. Kaysa atong easier kayo itong mga discussion and then nigabot ninyo sa college, pangitaan mo sa CHED. Ang CHED nga ipanghatag nga topic kay kana. Unya, unsa man nyo ikwan. Mubalik lang po dayon mo atong, kani kay wa pa kabalo ang mga estudyante. Sige lang, kay wa kabalo. Utro po day ka, wa ka kabalo. Magpasayon na lang po ka.
Impas na.
Mo gali na or so kita with us but with us sayo pa dapat ano jud ta mo endure jud ta ani atong subject kay ano so at least kay kamo ini abot ninyo sa high school inig sayo na ang topic dadto inig basa ra ninyo didto di kabalo ra mo kay naka-relate naman mo gi kuan naman mi nani naman ni higher actually class mo chapter 16 ta higher na jud ni siya class higher chem na mo diretso mo siya gikuan sa chat ni suon ra pud ko siya class. Okay, but still, kaya ra, direct smile. Let's go. Okay, we have this one. Your eye stables. Okay. Si Kyle excited kay mag-eye stables. Unsa yung eye stable? We have this ice. Ice jud siya. Ice din. Na siya table. Na siya. Okay. Ice means initial. Initial. Then we have the change. Then we have at equilibrium. Okay, mo na equilibrium. Di ba kay kanang kani atong QC quotient is we are talking on the change pa man ani, wa pa siya ang naabot og equilibrium. Okay, at any given point of time. So mo ni siya. Okay, we have that one. So we have the ice tables. Okay, problem 1. Wait sa class ha. Wait. Asa tadapit. Okay. Wait sa. Mag-share sa ako ha. Yes, kachat lang.
Bad.
Tugod na magpangadje para sa board exam.
Layo kaya, oy. Layo pas tinuod. Sabton pa
Kanta na lang pahulay.
Okay, balo na.
Nagbibo ko sa gingon ni ma'am ba?
Pahulay.
Nagbibo ko sa
Di ba
gingon
kung
ni ma'am.
Makalating
Nike.
award kay dili na kailangan magkuan.
Pahulay dayon ihatag.
Unsa Kuya Jerome?
Naglibo ko sa gingon ni ma'am ba kay nganong naka-encounter og Kim. Sa mo sa una wa man may encounter og Kim.
Klaro na.
Lahi na magud na curriculum
Wala
niya.
Di nag third year na lang
Ay, na-
ko. Jinsay major ko pero wala ko ikaw na pisay man ko.
Bag-o na man gud ya. Ang curriculum.
Old magod to inyo ako ya.
Hinay ka na hinaon.
Kyle. Kyle.
Unsa man?
Pag-discuss niya sa kuan GC.
Unsa may discuss?
Kyle. What sa gikuan ni ma'am?
Yun ako mang
Okay, so we have this one. All right. Now we have this one. Okay, we have this problem. Last na ni nga topic na to, class. I stable, then exam na ta. In order to study, okay, we have this. Calculating Kc from concentration data. In order to study hydrogen halide, asa hydrogen halide ani class? Okay. Hydrogen halide. It's a halogen and then hydrogen. Halogens. Okay.
HI ata, ma'am. Hydrogen halide.
Okay, so hydrogen halides. Okay, so when we say halides, okay, it's on halogens. Halogen, we have halogens are the elements. This one, these are your halogens. Okay, they are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and then we have what's this?
Iodine.
Okay, now very good. So we have that one. So these are your halogens. So that's why here we have this problem. Hydrogen halide. So it's hydrogen and then halogen. So here, your halide, your hydrogen halide here is your HI. So what is your halogen here? If you have HI.
iodine.
Okay, the iodine is your halogen. Halogen. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now it will decompose. Decompose mean isa ka buok mabungkag. Okay, break. So it will decompose into hydrogen and iodine. So at equilibrium, HI is equal to 0.078 molar. Then calculate Kc. What is Kc? All right, so we have that one. Again, what is Kc, class? Please, using this equation, express Kc. It is when we are asked of equilibrium expression, di ba katong product over reactant?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, H2
Product over
times
reactant.
I2 over HI to the power of 2.
So,
Okay, this one, this is your Kc. Now, this is just an expression, di ba? This is just an expression, just like a rate law. Rate law expression. Then, pagkasunod na to atong sa rate law expression, ato din gi-calculate din ang rate law because it has values. It has values. So this one, now we are going to calculate Kc. Diba Kc, it has a value. 1.80 times 10 to the negative 14, 1.8 times 10 to the 12. Diba? Ano naman ang Kc? So, we are going to calculate the value of Kc given that our value, if that is the case, class, dapat na value to each concentration, right? Dapat na value sa H2. Unsa man number? Dapat number po ning H2, dapat number ning I2, dapat number ning HI. Because Kc is a number. Nagipangita sa ato. Now, unsa atong given class?
HI, value sa HI.
Pilang HI?
0.078 mole.
Oh, molar. Molar. Mole is M-O-L ra. Okay, molar. Now, but we don't, di ba? When it's KC, it's unitless. Unitless. So, di na natin butang ang M. Okay, that's the case. So, unsa pa ilain na itong pangitaon na value class?
Ang value sa H2 ug I2.
Value sa H2 ug I2. Unsa na nato na? Sa man
Gamit
class?
atong
Gamit
I
ay
stable.
Alright, so let's use I-stable. I-stable class is more name mo na lang siyang ano jud, name mo na siyang part, but actually it started nga kanang di jud siya formal unta. However, because using this I-stable makita din nimo mas sayon ang pag ano, sayon ang pag calculate, so gi apply na din siya. So we have 2HI, then it will I2, no? I2, and we have H2. Okay, sakto. Okay, they are all gases. Okay, the same ra kung formula class. I2 ang
Murag
naon.
una ang H2, ma'am.
Okay, the
H2,
same
ma'am.
dili.
Dili,
The
ma'am.
same.
H ang
H2
ulo.
plus I.
The same. Okay. Because, naman na sa math, it's, choose. Oy, commutative ang plus. Go. Associative. Okay. So, this one, okay, I2 plus H2, ay, nauna itong I2 and H2 is, so, parihara sila class. Okay. That's it. Okay, then we have that one. Okay, we have, now let's use I stable. Okay, so in I stable, we have, we will just write ICE. I is for initial concentration, then we have the change, and then we have at equilibrium concentration. Okay, so we have that one. And naon na siya class. Okay. Then we have that one. Okay, straight. Okay, so that is ice.
Stable.
Okay, ice stable. Mo na siya, ice stable na siya. Okay. Now, we have that one. It says that here at equilibrium, pila ang atong value sa HI?
0.078
0.070.
molar.
Molar.
Okay. At equilibrium, that is 0.078. So we have that one. That is your okay. But let's first write sa ano. God. Okay, we have that one. So, our initial sa class I sa tawag ko na. We have our initial constant. We have this one. Our researcher fills an evacuated 2-liter flask with 0.200 moles of HI gas. Okay, so initial concentration for that is we have 0.200 moles. Now, it should be in I-stables class, it should be in concentration. Initial must be in concentration. Change and at equilibrium also must be in concentration. So we have here HI is 0.200 moles. So 0.200 moles. Pwede na to siya ibutang as initial. Dili pa class. Kinahanglan na to siya himuong concentration. So we divide that one with 2. 2 liters. So what's the answer?
0.100 molar.
Okay, that is 0.100. Okay, so that is 0.100 molar. So we will write that one 0.100 molar. So that's the initial concentration. Again, what is the change? When we say the change class, it's more on the coefficient class. It's on the coefficient. So what is the coefficient?
2.
2.
So
ma'am.
2. Now, because it's reactant, that will be positive or negative? Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Okay, negative 2 times x. Okay, so let's suppose that is x, that the change is x times 2. Okay, now here for the change, okay, for here in I2, what is the initial concentration? Not
0, ma'am.
not given, right? Wala gihatag na value. Not given. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now not given. So when it's not given, okay, let's assume 0. 0. So not given. And then what about the change? The
1,
change
ma'am.
is
Positive 1.
Positive
okay,
1.
positive 1 or x. Okay. Now the change we will represent that on change as x. Okay. X. 1x, di ba? 1 naman yun, 1x. So, di na natin butang 1. So, that's positive. Positive x. Positive x. Okay, so that one. So, for at equilibrium, that will be, we will just minus class. 0. Okay, ibutang na to siya ay change. At equilibrium, that is 0.100 molar minus 2x. Okay. Follow? Then, we have an I2. I2 at equilibrium, that is? Class, i-plus ra na to ang I ug C.
X, ma'am.
X or 1.
0 plus x. So, x. 0 plus x.
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 Okay, so that's it. Next. Di na siya. Okay, after that one. Okay, that one. So, after that one, we will write or we will put these values because class, these are your these are your values at equilibrium. Diba? Kc is at equilibrium. Now, we know that here, Kc is this one, H2I2 times Hi square. Okay, let's write that again here. Kc is equal to, unsa to class? I2.
H.
Then we have H2.
H2
Then we have
over H I raised to the power of 2.
It's I2.
okay. Now that one. Okay. So we have that one here. Now the value of I2. What is the value of I2?
X.
At equilibrium. At equilibrium.
1.
1.
Or x. X plus x. X. We represent it as x ha x. What about H?
X, ma'am.
X gap.
What about HI?
0.100
0.1
minus X.
minus 2.
Okay, this one. Diba class, this one, that is at equilibrium. Now, that is our equal. Kini. That at equilibrium, HI is equal to 0.100 molar minus 2x. Now, we are also given that at equilibrium, HI is equal to 0.078. So what are we going to do is that so we have that one, no? We have our here sa ice table nato 0.100 minus 2x. No? So that is the value of our HI. Now also in the given here in the problem, HI is equal to 0.78. So we can use that one. That means that 0.100 molar minus 2x is equal to
0.78.
yes. Now, so nakakita na kag-light ani in the darkness. So makita na nato ang value sa x class. That one, di ba? So let's get the value of x. The value of x will be
0.07.
okay. So math lang class. Okay. So we have that one 0.100 minus 2x is equal to 0.078. We are going to find x. So what we will do is what?
Divide, ma'am, dayon.
Divide pa, diretso sa ta. Now class, use MDAS. Oh, lagi. Okay, the first thing to do here, class, is ano sa ipang balhin-balhin, di ba?
Transpose, ma'am.
Okay,
I-arrange siya
transpose.
kida.
Okay, we
Standard.
have that transpose. So we have that one. Okay, transpose. So it will become to 0.100. Ang 2x ako balhin class. Kaya ron ma-positive siya. So since 0.078 is positive, that will is positive, that will become negative 78. Then what will happen also? 2x.
Positive. Positive ang 2x.
Okay, so that one. Now, after that one, so pila value ani class? 0.100. Calculate. Pila ni class?
0.22, ma'am.
0.22, that is equal to 2x. Now, x is
Ay,
equal to?
0.022 din, ma'am.
So, what will happen? X is equal to?
0.011.
Divide both sides by 2 then class. Okay, divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. So, x is equal to?
0.011.
Okay, 0.011. Alright. So that's it, naanate value. So we know that at equilibrium, gisulat na nato no 0.100 molar minus 2x siya no. But that is equal to given man siya kas 0.078. Okay, we can write that one here. Okay, so let's ato din siyang ibutang sa ato ang okay, this one is yes, what 0.100 minus x minus 2x, that is square. So we have that one. What is the value of x?
1.
0.011.
0.011.
0.011,
0.011.
0.011, 0.011 gyapon no?
Yes,
Over, what is the value here, gali class? 0.100 minus 2x, this is equal to?
0.078.
0.078.
Okay, that is square. Now, calculator.
0.020.
0.020. So your Kc is equal to 0.020. Now, okay, so this one is your answer. Question. Okay, question, ma'am, ngano nag-ice table pa man ta? Okay. Yes, sa'yo na ba kay siya? Di na kita kinahanglan ice table. But this is to represent na lang. Okay, but in the next problem, so makita na jud mo inyuhang kalisod sa makita ninyo importance sa x sa ice table. Okay, so what is the value of x here?
0.011.
0.011.
Okay, so but when you answer, it's okay. Okay ra nga di na ninyo butang ang value. Inanira. Okay. Then also, I will not check the ice table. Ice table is just part of your solution ra na siya. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so the value of your Kc in this problem, so Kc is equal to 0.020.
0.20.
Okay, now let's go to letter B. We have this another problem. Okay, in a study concerning, naka-record din, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In a study concerning the conversion of methane. So where is methane gas? Where is methane? This one. Methane, CH4. Okay. So methane to other fuels, a chemical engineer mixes gaseous CH4, okay, this one, methane, and water in a 0.32 liter flask. So take note, 0.32 liter flask. At equilibrium at 1200 Kelvin. Kelvin, so this is your temperature. Okay. At equilibrium, the flask contains 0.26 molar of CO and 0.91 molar of H2 and 0.041 molar of CH4. What is the H2O at equilibrium? Okay, we have here. Okay, let's write an ice table here. So, what is that? CH4 plus H2O. CH4, CH4 plus H2O. Then what's the product class?
CO plus
Product is
CO plus
plus.
3H2.
Okay, now ice table. Okay, we have that one. Okay, so God, castrate. Okay, so we have what are given class?
Zero point 32 liter sana plus
0.032 liters. Okay. 0.032 liter of
1200 K.
Kelvin. So that's your temperature. Now, with that, in a 0.32 liter flask, so at equilibrium, okay, at equilibrium, what is the mole of our CH4?
0.041 mole.
41.
Molecule. Molar.
Okay, mole is, so at equilibrium, that is, okay, atong isolve daan plus 0.041
0.41.
mole divided by 0.32. What is that? Okay,
0.13.
0.13.
Okay, so we have that one. Okay, we have that one. 0.13. Okay,
30.
0. Now, what about 0.128? No, 0.28. So, kuha na siya. Then, we have our, what else? Unsa pa given class? CO. What is CO? CO is equal to 0.26. So, CO here, 0.26 molar. So, we have that one, 0.26. Okay, 0.26, and then that is divided by 0.32 liters. So, mole concentration is 0.81. That is at equilibrium. 0.81. Okay. Then, what else? Unsa pa given class?
H2.
Kc is given.
Yang
Kc is given.
KC, 0.26.
Okay, Kc. Now, let's write Kc. Kc is equal to stage 4. Kc is CO2. CO2 times
H2, 3.
H2
3.
3 over
CH4,
CH
CH4.
C H2O.
KC.
CO.
okay. So given ang Kc, Kc is equal to
0.26.
0.26.
0.26.
0.26 is equal to concentration of CO at equilibrium. Given CO at equilibrium, that is
0.81.
0.81.
0.81 times H2. What is concentration of H2 at equilibrium?
0.09
0.28.
molar. 91.
0. Point?
28.
0.91 molar. Ay,
Asa
28.
man tagi ka ng 0.28 class?
Kuan man, 0.091 molar.
Oh, okay.
Naamang
We
mo.
are given with this one class.
Yes,
0.091
ma'am.
divided by
Molar. Kuan, 0.32.
0.32.
0.32. That is
28.28.
28 yun.
0.28. Okay. So let's write 0.28 over RH4
0.13.
0.13. Now we are given with our H2O. H2O is going mao to ang pangitaon. Okay. So this one, no? Now let's go back to our ice table. Okay, so at equilibrium, now let's fill in at equilibrium. This one, H2, what is the value of H2?
H2,
Katong 0.28 man to.
0.28.
Okay, 0.28. So let's initial sa ta class, balik sa ta. So initial concentration of CH4.
0.13.
Negative.
Negative 0.13.
Negative.
Negative 0.13. 0.
Sa equilibrium, ko ng 0.13.
Oh, at
Negative
equilibrium
1.
siya.
Lagi, initial pa man.
Initial concentration pa ta class. We have this one. Let's go back to the problem.
Itong nasa problem.
In a study
Mag-solve.
concerning conversion of CH4 and CH2 at 2000
0.041.
moles.
0.041.
Okay. And 0.041 moles of CH4. 8 sa class. Ang 0.041, that is ano man na siya. At equilibrium naman na. 0.26.
0.13 lagi dito, ma'am.
8 sa. Na ako'y
Kung sa
answer
ice,
pero natingala ko nga
kung
nung
sa ice table.
answer na ko. Sa ice table, no concentration. Ay, okay. So, let's tingnan ta mag-ice table. Class, tingnan ta mag-ice table. Since ice table, we use ice table para makakuha na ta og formula. Should makita na to ang formula. But here, all set naman ta class. Oh, the question here
Given na
is, okay. Yes,
Given man ang equilibrium, ma'am.
okay. Oh, given na. Gusto na ko makuha ang iyang initial concentration.
murag di makuha, ma'am.
Wala initial concentration, no?
Wala
Ay,
ma'am kaya
okay.
Wala,
nakita
ma'am.
ang equilibrium, ma'am.
Ang gihatag ra, ma'am, kay kuan, ma'am, ang equilibrium.
Oh, equilibrium na. So,
Initial tension.
Diretso
dili.
ma'am, wala na sa initial.
So dili na lang pud ta mo pugos dili since ang atong gipangita is KC raman pud iyang gipangit iyang ay value sa H2O ra iyang gipangita class. And then all set na ta, all set na. Look at our data. All set na. So ano na, simple math na. Let's do this na without the ice table. Okay? At equilibrium na magud pud iyang gipanghatag tanan. But we cannot, dili man gud pod og magpugos jud tag ice table class, we cannot zero this one, zero and then zero. How come that you have produced a product with zero concentration of your reactant? Wala kay kuan. Wala pod kay wala zero imo reactant then zero imo product. So that's true. Unya ngayon dapat maka-equilibrium kung force zero. So dili ta makakuan nga zero ho na to siya tanan. Okay, anyways, let's go here. All set na ta here. So, what is the value of H? Okay, let's 0.26. So, what is numerator? 0.81 times 0.28 cube. That is equal to Calcube. So, we have 0.28 cube. So, i-cube ninyo una class, cube. Times 0.81. So, that is 0.001 sa numerator sa Ariel. 778 divided. Class, as much as possible, kung wala pa ka naman sa imong solving, sa imong, you put good daghan kay nga significant figures. Okay. Divided by, 0.13 H2O.
1778.
H2O. Okay, so now that one is okay. So, di ba ang kaning ato ang kuan is 0.13, pwede na to na siya i-times dito. So,
Yes, ma'am.
0.26 times 0.13 times H2O, right? Is
Yes, ma'am.
equal to kani 0.01778. Then, 0.13 divided by 0.26 pila? Ay times dai. 0.26 times 0.26 times 0.13. That is equal to
0.0338.
0.0338.
ito 0.0338 H2O, right? Padayon nagyan po ng H2O. That is equal to, pila to? 0.017.
0.11778.
778. Sige, find the value of H2O. Divide both sides. No?
Yes,
Para
ma'am.
may
Ma-cancel.
Okay, so what is the value of H2O?
0.17.
Okay, so this is the time that you will estimate 0.50. Okay.
0.
Kuha?
Yes.
The same?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. 0.
Okay, so that's it. That is the value of our H2O. The value of our H2O is here. I see. Well, pwede siya ga-ice table class. Oh, kita may ga-ice table ako ra diya. To show jud. Okay, here. Okay, so that's it. No need ang ice table. Pwede siya hatag og initial, equilibrium rate na yung hatag. Okay. So question class. Question, asa gikan ma'am? No question.
Wala na guro, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. Now we have this problem 17.9. Okay, na siya ice table. Okay. So we have this one. Fuel engineers use the extent of the change. Okay, please read, sabi. Okay, anyone? Oh, yes, please.
Fuel engineers use the extent of the change of carbon dioxide and H2O to
Oh,
CO2.
okay, Charissa. Only CO man. Ang carbon dioxide is CO2. That is carbon monoxide. Go.
Monoxide. Fuel engineers use the extent of the change from carbon monoxide and water to carbon dioxide and hydrogen to regulate the proportions of synthetic fuel mixtures. If 0.250 moles of carbon monoxide and 0.250 mole of water are placed in 125 ml flask and 900 Kelvin, what is the composition of the equilibrium mixture at this temperature? Kc is 1.56 for the equation.
Okay, thank you so much, Charissa. Krisa. All right. So we have that one. Okay, so let's have fuel engineers use extent of change CO and H2O. Okay, let's use ice table. Okay, we have CO plus H2. We have CO2 plus H2. Okay, that's it. Then ice. So, okay. So we have that one. So what is the initial concentration of CO?
0.215.
Concentration. When we say concentration, that is mole per liter. So we have moles. 0.250 divided by
0.125.
125 liters.
ml man ni siya.
ml.
Let's convert this to
Zero.
Convert
liter.
po siya into
Convert into liter.
0.125.
0.12.
Okay, 125 divided by 1,000. So that is
Point
0.125
125.
liters. Okay, this is equal to
2, ma'am.
2.22.
2 molar.
1.250 divided by ounce. Okay, that is 2. So 2 molar. Okay, let's write that one here sa atong ice table. So 2 molar. Okay, what about the concentration of H2? Initial concentration of H2?
Parehas ra, ma'am.
Parehas
Same.
na.
Pareho ra ma'am, pareho.
Okay, pero 0.250 divided by 0.125. Okay, that's 2. Okay, so this still it's 2 molar. And then, okay, so what about the product?
Ulo
Wala,
gihatag, ma'am.
dili given ma'am.
extra, ma'am.
It's a 0.
Zero.
0.
0,
Zero.
0.
Okay, so then at change, 0 siya class, ka initial pa man. So good pa. Pero there are times na i-value ang product. Yung product niya una. Okay, so this one. We have
Negative
2M2. Okay, what is the change? Negative
Negative 2.
Negative
2.
X.
2x.
What about here?
Same.
Negative
Negative
2x.
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 Ano? 2x,
Ano
ma'am.
to?
Isa
Kaya
ra
sa
man ang
initial niyan.
isa ra ang kon.
Okay. The two there class is your coefficient, the moles, number of moles. So we have only one. So we have negative x.
Negative x.
Dirita nagtanaw no, dirita nalibog ta. Okay,
Condition,
but
ma'am.
dirita magtanaw class, dire.
Sa coefficient.
Coefficient.
All right. Then what about CO2? That is
Positive x.
1.
X. X.
X.
what about the ice? So for at equilibrium, that will be
2 minus x.
2
2 minus
minus x. 2 minus x. And this one is
X.
XX.
X.
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 E. So we have this. It's our ice table. Okay. Now we have that one. Okay, so we are asked. So what is the question again? Let's go back to the problem. What is the composition of the equilibrium mixture at this temperature? Kc is 0.56. Okay. So we are given with Kc. So we are here, we are going to find the composition at equilibrium. So here, pila man ang atoang CO2 at equilibrium, dapat value. Pila atong H2O at equilibrium. Pila ang atoang H2O at equilibrium. Pila ang atong CO at equilibrium. Okay, so naana tayo gibuhat-buhat mao ni ilahang value. Mao ni sila 2 minus x, 2 minus x, x, and x. Now, what are we going to find here in order for us to have the value, Jude, is we are going to find x. Let's find x here.
Mukha ni si X ay.
Okay, so let's find x. Okay, so Kc is given. Now, let's write Kc. Kc is equal to, let's express
CO2.
Kc.
CO2.
Equilibrium, at equilibrium.
CO2.
X.
X na.
Times X.
X
Okay,
times
sakto
x.
to, CO2 man to, at equilibrium, diretso na na to class, times
Over
2
2
minus
minus
x.
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 Times
minus
2 minus x.
Minus 2 minus X.
Okay. So that one, so this can be x times x.
X squared.
X squared.
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 Weird.
X.
Over,
2 minus
2
x
minus
squared.
X squared.
okay, balinta. Okay, we have that one. So Kc, what is the value of Kc? It was given
1.56.
1.56.
1.56 is equal to x squared minus 2 minus x squared. Okay, so we have that one. Simplify the denominator. We have 2 minus x squared. What is that? Simplify. 2 2 square. What is 2 square?
4.
4.
Now, if in math class, if you have A minus B, when you square that one, when you simplify, that is equal to A square
Squared
Og B
plus
square.
plus
B square.
B
2AB.
minus 2A.
No, that is minus. Minus, minus.
Minus.
No, minus 2AB plus B square. Mag-recall kita sa itong math ni class mo. Ano siya? Minus 2AB. Okay, 2. Okay, sakto ra. AB times 2. Okay, because it's negative. Now, so what will happen here in our denominator? This will become
4.
4
minus
Minus x squared.
minus
2x. Ay, dili.
Minus X.
yan na.
minus 2x
Kunya, times 2 pa.
ay plus 2x.
Okay. Minus 2x times 2. Look here. Look kanilang AB. Now, class AB, that will be A square minus 2AB, AB times 2. What is AB here? Equals to x times 2 pag yun.
4.
It will
4x.
become 4x
4X.
plus.
X
X
squared.
squared. X squared.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, now let's go. That is 1.56. Now let's atura siya himuong line plus din ato siya himuong factor. So that will become 4. So times na to class. 1.56 times 4 minus 4x plus x squared is equal to x squared, right? Okay, ako ra siya gibalhin class. So, pagbalhin na ako siya, distribute, inigmag times. Okay, so this will become 1.56 times 4.
6.24. 6.24.
0.24. No problem, class. Nga nung nahimo na ni siyang one line, straight line. Imbis factor punta to, equation na. Minus. Gibalhin na ako, class, ha? Di ba? Inig magbalhin ta. Inig mo pasakat ta. Kay mahimo man siyang times.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have the, again, then next. That will become 6.24x. Right? Plus 1.56 x squared. Follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, because ang x squared, ato siyang ibutang dito sa pikas side. So, that will become
Negative x squared.
X equals to negative 6.
minus x squared. Then, equate to 0. So, this will become equal to 0. Okay, so we have your equation. This is quadratic equation. 6.24 minus 6.24x. Pila man ni class? Plus
50x. 56x ma'am. X squared.
x square is equal to 0. Okay, unsa may sunod na tubuhat na ni class?
Factor out. ma'am.
Arrange.
Zero product property.
Ha?
Zero product property.
Zero product property.
Factoring,
Unsa
ma'am.
na siya?
Factoring.
Sure, ma'am.
Factoring, zero product property? Ah, as in, really? Karon pa ko kakuha na. Wait sa.
I think you are
Property. Property nga yun sa zero. Wait, labi. Ano nga factoring?
property po tong distribution, ma'am. Katong gi-distribute nimo pag times.
Oh, yes. Ah, okay.
Property po
Thank
to,
you
ma'am.
for that. I've been using this one pero wala ko kabaloon sa zero product property din siya. Okay, so factoring. Okay. Now, when we factor this one, okay, so now may calculator class.
Cellphone, ma'am.
Cell phone.
Maglisod-lisod yun i-factor ma'am.
Stop.
Oh, no.
Scientific calculator.
So akong calcu class is ano ra siya, kinsay na i-calcu the same with mine.
Scientific.
Scientific, ma'am.
Okay, scientific calculator. Okay, tanaw class here is my calculator. Kita ba? This one. Kita. Na, oy.
Ma'am.
Scientific calculator, ma'am. Yun na.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right, let's use this one. Okay. Kamulas pagkuan mo. Namoy calcu. Pero kaya pwede wala calcu. Pero
Ano na?
kuan jud no nice jud na calcu kay daghan kay calcu diri. Okay, so using this calculator, kusa ning inan effect. Unsa kay tataman oras? Okay, naay na ni nga calcu.
Na, ma'am.
Okay, so first thing to do is you on because class, if you are very diligent jud class, you factor this one. Mapwede man na siya mag-factor pero ako di na ako naga-factor. I only use my calculator. So with your calculator, press on. Okay, press on. And then it's very important that you will always clean your calculator. I-clean na siya nimo because your calculator na siya memory. So magsulod na siya dito. Doing that one is we click shift, press mode, and then we clean number 3. Number 3. You see this one? Okay, number 3. Let's press 3. Then reset all equals. We press equals. Or this one equals. Okay, so we have that one. Now, after that, let's set the mode of our calculator. Mode. Okay, since this is this is an equation. Okay, that is an equation man. So we will, okay. So, ito siya is-set into mode because this is an equation, quadratic equation. So, 1. So, wala pa kakitag equation dira, no? Naka-follow mo, class? Then, press 1. Press 1. Then, equals. Then, we have how many unknowns here? We have only 1. So, we have, okay. Sa tong calculator, there are 2 and 3 unknowns. But ang unknown nato diri is only x. So, we will press kani. This one. Okay. So, we have the degree. So, we will press 2. Press 2. Okay. So, we are asked a value of a. So, what is the value of a in our equation?
0.56x squared.
Okay, yes, that's
Ang x, ma'am?
this here. Yes, this is A, this is B, and this is C, di ba? A squared
Yes.
plus B. Sorry.
Plus
Ano man ni siya, di ba? AX squared, ano, di ba? AX squared plus BX.
x equals c.
Okay,
Minus
plus
C.
C. Plus C. Then minus then kuan. Kaning minus atong B class. Minus B is equal to 0. Okay, di ba? Quadratic equation. This one. Now, your
Yes,
A
ma'am.
here is the value of your X. A here is the value of X. That is 0.56. So, isulat na to siya. 0.56. And then, what is B? So, equals. Then, we are asked of B. B is
Negative
negative 6.24.
x.
What about C?
6.24.
0.24.
0.24. Baby bird. Then press equals. Okay? Since this is quadratic equation, we will be given with a set, di ba? Solution set man na. Okay? But we will only choose katong the second one. Okay? The second one is we have this one. So 1.11. Okay, na nag-calculate diri. Same with me. Kinsa nag-calculate? Okay, but sige, I'll send gihapon. So your value of x here will be okay, x is equal to
11.
One
okay, 1.11. So nagkalculate ka ano, Ariel?
Yes, ma'am.
07. Okay, naka-follow ka?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, nice. Okay. So that is 1.1107. Okay, so again, let's go back to the problem kay Marg nalimot ta. We have Kc is given. We are asked of the concentrations of these things at equilibrium. Okay, at equilibrium. So, let's go back to the ice table. Okay, now we know that our x, what is the value of x?
1.11.
1.1107. So therefore, our CO, CO is
one two five
CO is equal to x man daw. Since CO is equal to x and x is equal to 0.
1.07.
X is equal to 1.0
0.
1.11, we have that one. Okay, let's write that one. CO is equal to x. X is equal to pila
1.1107.
molar. Therefore, CO is
1.1107 molar.
okay. What about ano? H2. What is H2?
1
H2 is
point
equal to
1 point
no. H2 is equal to 1 point is equal to x gihapon, di ba?
yes, ma'am.
1.11.
Okay, is equal to x, then
1.107.
equal pa gyud siya sa CO. Therefore, H2 is equal to molar. Okay, what about the reactants? What about CO? Ni, CO2 man good ni class. Oh.
Yes, ma'am, CO2.
Okay, then what about CO2? CO2 is equal to is
2
CO
minus x.
libong nako.
I think that's CO.
Okay, yes, CO. CO is equal to 2 minus x. 2 minus x, then that is equal to 2 minus pilang x? 1.107 molar. So, equal to pila man eh?
0.89.
0.1107.
So, pila Ariel? Pila nahiyan?
0.89.
7 is 2.
Sakto. And then, when we are asked of H2O, H2O is just equal to CO.
Same
Diba?
yung gihapon.
Same ra gihapon. Okay, then H2 is equal to
0.89.
CO is equal to 0.89. Okay.
Molar.
Molar. All right. So that's it. Okay, na answer here. Here. Same ra.
Yes, ma'am. Pero, unsa nang kuan niya, ma'am, kanang sign niya nga positive and negative?
Square root lagi na siya.
Oh. Okay. Yes,
Murag
positive. All right. Asa man dili ni nagikan ni positive 1.25? Okay, because it's a square root. Because no,
125.
because of a square root. Wait, Review sa taning
0.1.
math. You have a square root.
Lagi na siya lagi square root.
Ano siya? Wait. God. Alright. Ha. Okay. Plus, minus, no? Okay. But I think ang kaning plus and minus came from, di ba
Yes, ma'am.
Square root.
when we have a quadratic equation is equal to plus minus b
Square root
2,
of
okay, square root of
A
2ac,
minus
a square minus, basta na to 2a, 4ac here, a square minus 4ac square. Nakalimot ko. Oh, basta inana siya. Don't mind the positive negative class. I'll find that next time.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, we have that one. Wait, saha. Okay, so that's it. 1.56x minus. Negative 125. Sige, makutan ako sa akong friend. Wait ha. Kung ang x square root kay positive negative pa na siya. Okay, so that's it class. Inatuon na ninyo pagbuhat. The ice table. Okay. So now let's go to the next problem. We have this one. Phosphogen. Hala, hapit na. Duha na lang ka problem class. Duha na lang ka problem. Okay, this one. And the next then one. Okay. So that's it. 1, 2. Okay, I'll leave to you na lang kaning 7.10, this problem, and this problem. Okay, that will serve as your quiz. Okay, naana siya answer ba class? Naana siya answer, then I just want to see the solution.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Ay, ma'am, nara ni siya sa katong PowerPoint na magihatag, ma'am.
Oh, PowerPoint man ako gigamit class.
Mo din na siya. Sige, ma'am.
Naani siya
Thank you, ma'am.
dito. Okay. Then we're all ready na dayon for the exam. Okay, yay. So that's it. Okay, so I'll leave to you these problems. Then, if you have question, discuss in our GC. Okay? Kaya na siya interesting ma-discuss na to ani dito dapit. So, that's all for today. Questions?
Ma'am, ang imong exam, ma'am, parihar atong una, ma'am.
Questions man. Ano?
Imong pamaagi,
Kani-
ma'am.
Google form.
Google form. Yes, Google form. And then, multiple choice. Oh, multiple choice. No
Okay,
choice
ma'am.
kita. Multiple choice. Ah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Pero masayo na nga tong exam today. Ay, masayo ni siya nga exam. Okay. Gamay ra kay siya kaning kuan. Gamay ra solving.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay, then you also go back pud mo sa kuan. Okay. Alright, sige, mag-review at the Tuesday. Sa
Ma'am,
Friday.
i-post na recording, ma'am.
Yes.
Recording, ma'am.
Oo. I-post.
Will I possible kung ma'am items, ma'am, number of items?
Wala pa ko kauman. Wala ko kauman. Isan na naka. Anyways, mag-review man ta pagka Friday. Okay. Sige. Opo ko human og kuan class, buhat. Okay, kanang magkuan ko. Magbuhat pa pud ko.
Ma'am, may padungo daw ang kamera, ma'am.
Nga naman.
Taman kami sa baba makakita.
Ay, uy, nag-open man good pud akong camera. Ano ko?
Kita
Okay.
niyo.
Okay. So, that's it. That's all for equilibrium. Equilibrium is ano siya, no? Dual siya sa atong kinetics, but kinetics is on the speed. Equilibrium is on the extent, more on the direction. Then, the same, the kinetics has factors. Okay, then while equilibrium, those factors sa kinetic can also can be used as a stress in your equilibrium. Okay, then so ato sa maabot din ta sa ato ang Le Chateliers. Again, so at equilibrium, that is rate of the forward and the reverse are equal. And also at equilibrium, when we say at equilibrium, K is constant, then at equilibrium, that is also at constant temperature. If not constant temperature, no, then that's not at equilibrium. Okay. Then also the difference of QC and the KC. The quotient there is we are on the direction. And again, it's not yet at equilibrium. It's not at equilibrium. QC is not at equilibrium. Only the KC is at equilibrium. Then that's why we can identify in which direction will it proceed. Will it go forward or will it go backward? Now, in that, okay, so the reference of going backward and going forward is always your QC, not your K, because K is, ano na siya, equal na yung mga rate and the forward reaction. Okay. Then also, we have that one in expressing the equilibrium constant and the quotient, quotient, yes, quotient, ano, Q. That is product over reactant. Again, same thing. Your coefficients are your reaction orders. Your reaction orders. And unlike to your kinetics, you cannot just use the coefficients as your reaction orders, but it is on an experiment. Here, but yes, in kinetics, nighttime na magamit na to ang coefficients as our reaction order when we talk about the reaction pathway, we talk about the reaction mechanism. So if the slow step and the fast step dito makuha na to ang reaction order with our equation. Oh no. Okay. Now but in equilibrium, okay, in equilibrium, we can determine the reaction orders in our equation. Okay, by just looking at it. Then we have that K. Okay, when QC, the QC and then the KC, we also have that one. When KC is less than or small, or if we have a large K, or if we have an intermediate, when it's equal, then it's at equilibrium. Okay, so take note of that. Now, so it's para dili na mo maglisod og memorize jud kayo nga kung less than ang QC or KC. QC or KC, use the graph at the line, the bar line. Yes. This one, the QC, and then the QC here. Okay. This will be katong negative ni mo QC or katong gamay na value. And then we have this one. Okay, so then kamo na din bahala forward and then backward. So you no need to memorize, just use that one. Okay, that one, reaction quotient. Okay. So again, your reaction, your at equilibrium. So it does not matter on how much you started. It does not matter on the amount of your initial concentration. No matter gamay or dako imong initial concentration, it will still proceed to equilibrium. Okay. It will still proceed to equilibrium, and equilibrium is constant. It's constant no matter pila imong gibutang sa as initial or dako ba siya or gamay. Okay, that one. Then we have, okay, we don't take, okay, in QC, wala na to siya gi-appeal ang, wala gi-appeal ang
Solid
solids,
liquid.
liquids. Okay. Solid liquid. Kiss mo ni Fernando.
Only gas.
Okay, so we have that one. Okay, only the gases, correct. Okay. Then we have that one, QC, KP and KC is not equal. KP is for pressure, then KC is for concentration. They are not equal, however, they have a relationship. Their relationship is on the PV equals nRT. Okay, the PV equals nRT. Asa man to? Okay, equal on PV equals nRT, right? Okay, so KC and KP are not equal. Nakata siya dito, class. Naka-follow, KC and KP are not equal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, KC and KP are not equal, but they have a relationship. But if you want them to be equal, make sure that your gas, that the moles of gases in the reactant is equal to the moles of gases in your product. Equal. Okay? Then we have also, unsa gali ni nani? Okay, we have this one, the reference, okay, QC. Okay, when we times it in a factor, then imuhar po siyang i-times sa factor. Okay, we have this one, 1/3 N2, and we have H2, and then we have 2/3 N3, NH3 ammonia. Okay, so the factor here, if you are going to factor this one, the factor will be 1/3. So KC, if you are given with the value of your KC, given na, so the KC here will just be KC, the value of the KC times in the power of your 1/3, the power of your of your factor.
Reaction
Now,
order.
yes, reaction order. Okay, then we have here also this one in H3, and then we have compare equation A and equation B. Equation B is just a reverse. Is just a reverse, and then that is with a factor of 2/3 of 1/2 here, 1/2. 1/2. Okay, so it's just a reverse of your equation A, so that's why may mo siya negative kung na siya reverse. Okay, that's one. That's why it's negative, and then you also have the fraction, the coefficient nga katong, which is 1/2 here. So that's it.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Di ba, ma'am, ang partial pressure, ma'am, applicable ra siya sa gaseous phase, ma'am, no?
Partial pressure, when you talk about when you talk about the pressure, so KP, QP. Okay, that one.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Then
Partial pressure.
applicable ra siya sa gaseous, ma'am.
Oh,
Dili
sa
siya sa
gases.
aqueous solution.
Okay. What about the aqueous?
Yes, ma'am. Walay
Pero yan,
pressure ang aqueous, ma'am. Then sa concentration ra ang
Solution.
aqueous din. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Yes. Okay. But also, when we have gases, pwede po siya concentration. Okay. Pwede po concentration or pressure. Okay. So we have that one, PV equals nRT. Okay. Okay. So NV, okay, NV, that is your molar. Just your concentration. N over V, that is your concentration. Gibuhat na to ganina, moles per liter. Volume is liter, N is mole. That's why molar. Okay, that one. Okay, we have that one. Kc and Kp are not equal. Okay. Then we have this one. Okay. Okay, this one, when depict it with your molecule. Okay, this one, your ice tables, but here no need na tang ice. Okay, gihapon. Alright, but here, dili ta nagkalibo gamay. Okay, we use ice table, but class, if ano jud class, if kaya ra to solve without the ice table, then go on. What's the problem na to ganina is ato siyang kuan na dapat mag-ice gyud ta nga lisod noon. Okay, so that one. So your ice tables. Okay, then your problem, this one 17.10, and then you have this 17.11. You work with that. Okay. You work with that. Then
Ano, when siya i-pass mo?
okay, magbutang ko dito sa group chat ay sa G-class. Then we have the Le Chatelier's equation. Okay, Le Chatelier's. Okay, when we increase, and then so it go forward. Okay. So we have that one again. You stick to this law. Oh. You stick to this law. If the concentration increases, the system reacts to consume some of it. So you are going to consume, so it will move to the direction that is different from your, from your kaning base or example sa imong gibasihan. Now, if you decrease the concentration, of course, the system will help. The system will help to produce some of it. Okay. So tabangan. So it will move to the direction kung asa siya nawala. That one again, the solids does not do not have an effect. Okay, the solids, and then also your catalyst. Okay, so if you have a higher volume, then the reaction will proceed to the one with more moles of gases. So for that, you will write that here like this: 3 to 1, or 1 to 0 to 1, or 2 is to 2. Again, these one are the moles of your gases. Moles of gases are your coefficients. Then that one, endothermic and exothermic reaction. Endothermic is when you use it as reactant, then exo is the release of heat. Okay, so that one, when we have when it is exothermic reaction, so the reaction will shift to the in opposite niya. But for endothermic, opposite chapon, it will go forward. So exothermic, it will go to the left. But it's endothermic, it will go forward. Okay, no need for that. No need. That one. Okay, this one also, na siya, answer na nato na. Okay, no need. Okay. So, that's all for today. 11:20 na. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank
Question.
you, ma'am.
Okay, on Friday, mag-review ta on Friday, then laboratory, then Monday exam.
Okay, ma'am.
Ay, what if Tuesday ta mag-exam class? Tuesday, then na more vacant time and on Tuesday?
Hala na pud may exam, ma'am.
Para
Naa
unta
pud may
Monday,
exam.
para Monday, discussion na pud ta inig ka Monday sa sa ato acid base.
Apil na siya sa exam, ma'am.
Wala. Next chapter na.
Monday lang ta exam, ma'am.
Na mag-exam sa kuan.
Dili man.
Yes, ma'am. Naa pud may exam.
Only Monday. Okay. Alright. So sa Monday. What time sa Monday?
First period. Morning.
Morning. Okay. So di na ta ka klase. Okay. That's all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Salamat, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Okay. So now, okay, katong mga kabalo ha. Katong makabalo, You help each others. Okay. Ano?
Bye, ma.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Ikaw
Happy
sa ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
I-post na rin
Thank
mo
you,
yan,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yung video, ma'am. Nga.
Oh, i-post. Naapoy last nung wala na ako na-post. Duhan na ang wala na post.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sige. I-post na ako. Subscribe ha. Narabat na question na na. Nag-exam ko last day. Nakay ko question na na. Oh, bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye, ma.
Lupang, ma'am.
Okay pa ba mo?
Kaya pa, kaya pa.
Pero dawan po.
Kyle, dahil na sa Friday. Kyle. Kyle. Nag-leave na si Kyle? Jumel. Jumel. Pag-discuss na.
Kukas sa
Nagkakanaas.
sabot.
Gaputol. Gaputol-putol man ka. Ugma tong kuan sa kuan, no? UTS.
Bug.
Gaputol-putol yung tingog, Jumel. Tingin na out ako.
Oh. Ah, ah. Yes.